I can't believe he left me, Tracy cried, holding a tub of ice cream. Her eyes were red, her nose was running, and her heart felt like it had been smashed into 1,000 pieces. Marvy, the man she loved with all her heart, had dumped her. Just like that. After 3 years together, he had walked away like she meant nothing. I did everything for him, she sobbed. I gave him my time, my love, my everything. And now he's with another woman? Her best friend, Sonia, sighed. Tracy, you need help. Help? Tracy sniffed. Yes, a breakup buddy. Tracy frowned. A what? A breakup buddy. Someone who helps you heal, move on, and forget about that idiot Marvy. Tracy wiped her nose. And where do I find this breakup buddy? Sonia grinned. I already found one for you. The next day, Tracy sat in a cafe, waiting. She was nervous. This felt silly. How could a stranger help her forget Marvy? Then a tall, handsome man walked in. He had deep brown eyes, a strong jaw, and a confident smile. He sat across from her and stretched out his hand. I'm Damien, your breakup buddy. Tracy blinked. He was attractive, very attractive, but she quickly shook off the thought. Nice to meet you, she mumbled. First rule of healing, Damien said, leaning forward. Stop looking so sad. Marvy is not worth your tears. Tracy sighed. Easier said than done. Then let's make it easy, Damien said with a smirk. We start today. Start what? Operation Forget Marvy. The plan was simple. Every day Damien would take Tracy out. Movies, parks, shopping, fun places. No sad talks, no crying, just fun. At first, Tracy resisted, but Damien had a way of making her laugh. One night, he took her to a rooftop. The city lights sparkled below them. Breathe, he said. Tracy took a deep breath. It felt good. You're gonna be okay, Tracy? She looked at him. His eyes were warm, reassuring. I hope so. Days turned into weeks. Tracy laughed more. She dressed up again. She smiled without forcing it. But something was happening, something she didn't expect. Her heart started racing around Damien. When he held her hand, she felt warm. When he laughed, she wanted to hear it forever. No, Tracy, stop it, she scolded herself. He's just your breakup buddy. But her heart wasn't listening. Then, one evening, everything changed. Damien took her to a beach. They walked by the water, the waves touching their feet. You've changed a lot, Damien said. Good or bad? Tracy asked. Good. You're stronger now. You're happy. Tracy smiled. Thanks to you. Damien stopped walking. He looked at her, his face serious. Tracy, I need to tell you something. Her heart pounded. What is it? She whispered. Damien took a deep breath. I think I'm falling for you. Tracy's eyes widened. She wanted to say something, but suddenly, Tracy? She turned around. Her heart stopped. It was Marvy. Marvy stood there, staring at her. Tracy, I've been looking for you. Tracy felt dizzy. What are you doing here? I made a mistake, Marvy said. I miss you. Damien tensed beside her. Who's this? Marvy asked, eyeing Damien. Her boyfriend, Damien said firmly. Tracy's breath caught. What? Marvy's face darkened. You moved on that fast? Tracy looked at Damien. He was serious. He wasn't playing. Then she looked at Marvy, the man who broke her, and suddenly, she knew what she wanted. Her choice would change everything. Would she go back to Marvy or take a chance with Damien? Tracy took a deep breath and made her decision. That evening, Damien dropped Tracy at her house, but something was off. She was too quiet, too distant. Her face had that lost, faraway look again. Damien sighed. He knew what was wrong. You're thinking about him again, aren't you? He asked. Tracy didn't answer. She just looked down. Damien clenched his jaw. Marvy again? After everything? He had done everything to make her forget that fool, yet here she was, drowning in thoughts of him again. It hurt him more than he wanted to admit. "I'm coming inside," he said firmly. Tracy didn't argue. She unlocked the door, and he followed her in. In the kitchen, Damien moved around like he owned the place. He made 2 cups of coffee and handed one to her. "Drink," he ordered. Tracy took a sip. The warmth spread through her, but it didn't stop the storm in her head. Marvy. Why was she still thinking about him? Why did he have to show up today? Damien watched her closely. He could see the battle in her eyes, the confusion, the emotions. Enough. He took the cup from her hand, set it down, and pulled her up. "Come with me." "Where?" she asked. "The bathroom." Her eyes widened. "Wait, what?" "You need a shower," he said, "and I'm helping you." Tracy's heart slammed in her chest. "No, no, no, that's too much," Damien chuckled. "Tracy, I can do anything for you because I love you earnestly." Her breath caught. Love? She had never heard those words from him before. Before she could protest again, he led her inside. The warm water ran down her skin, but it wasn't just the water she felt. It was him, his hands, his touch, gentle, slow, careful. Her body reacted before her mind could stop it. A heat spread through her, a need she wasn't ready to admit. And then, ring! Her phone vibrated loudly on the counter. Tracy's heart almost stopped. She glanced at the screen. Marvy. Everything inside her froze. Damien saw the name. His jaw tightened. Without a word, he reached over, pushed the phone aside, and turned back to her. "Forget him," he said. His voice was deep, firm, like a command. Tracy swallowed hard. The way he looked at her, the way he touched her. He oiled her skin gently, brushed a soft kiss on her chin, then whispered, "Good night, Tracy." And just like that, he was gone. But Tracy couldn't sleep. She lay on her bed, staring at the ceiling, her mind spinning. Marvy was her first love. But Damien knew how to treat a woman. Her heart was a battlefield. Frustrated, she grabbed her phone and dialed. "Sonia, I don't know what's happening to me." "What now?" Sonia yawned. "I think I'm in love with Damien. Sonia, he even bathed me." There was silence. Then, "He did what?" "He bathed you?" Sonia practically screamed through the phone. Tracy winced and pulled the phone away from her ear. "Lower your voice. It's late." "Late? You expect me to sleep after hearing that? Girl, talk to me. How did it happen?" Tracy sighed, rolling onto her side. She could still feel Damien's hands on her skin, the way he oiled her body so gently, the way he kissed her chin before leaving. "Sonia, I don't even know how it happened. I was feeling down, thinking about Marvy, and Damien followed me inside. He made coffee, then he said I needed a shower. And you let him? I didn't exactly have a choice. He was so, I don't know, Sonia. He told me he loves me." Sonia gasped. "Wait, Damien actually said that? He used the L word?" "Yes," Tracy whispered. "And the way he looked at me, Sonia, I felt it. I really felt it." "And what about Marvy? Do you still feel anything for him?" That was the question Tracy was afraid of. She hesitated. I don't know." "Oh, come on. Do you love Marvy? Or is it just because he was your first love?" Tracy closed her eyes. That was exactly what she had been asking herself. Did she still love Marvy? Or was she just holding on to memories? The next morning, Tracy felt restless. She needed to clear her head. She decided to take a walk. But just as she stepped outside, "Tracy!" She turned. Marvy, her heart skipped. He was standing by his car, looking as handsome as ever. "We need to talk," he said. Tracy hesitated. She knew this was a bad idea, but before she could respond, Marvy walked up to her and grabbed her hand. Please, just give me a few minutes. Tracy sighed and nodded. At a nearby cafe, Marvy looked at her with sad eyes. I made a mistake, Tracy. Leaving you was the worst thing I've ever done. Tracy stared at him. Oh, now you realize that? I was stupid. I thought the grass was greener on the other side. But the truth is, I never stopped loving you. Her heart tightened. I miss us, Tracy. I miss everything about you. She swallowed. Marvy, before you say anything, just let me prove myself. Give me another chance. Tracy's head spun. This was what she had once prayed for. Marvy coming back, begging for her love. But why didn't it feel as magical as she imagined? Why was her mind still thinking about Damien? As if on cue, her phone buzzed. Damien. Her heart did a little flip. She looked at Marvy, then at her phone. Tracy's fingers trembled as she picked up the call. Hello? Where are you? Damien's voice was sharp, urgent. Tracy hesitated. I stepped out to talk with Marvy. Silence. A dangerous silence. Then, where exactly? Before Tracy could think twice, she gave him the address. She barely had time to blink before she heard the roar of an engine. Minutes later, Damien stormed into the cafe like a man on a mission. His eyes locked onto Marvy first, then Tracy. He clenched his jaw. His fists tightened at his sides. But instead of causing a scene, he walked up to their table, calm but firm. I'm here for my woman, he said, his voice low but full of meaning. He turned to Marvy. If you'll excuse us. Marvy opened his mouth to argue, but one look at Damien's face and he thought twice. Tracy's heart pounded as Damien grabbed her hand and pulled her up. He wasn't asking, he was taking her away. And she didn't resist, because deep down, she wanted this. Damien drove like a madman, not recklessly, but with a purpose. He wasn't just taking her home, he was taking her away from Marvy for good, and Tracy knew it. Instead of heading straight home, Damien pulled into a quiet, beautiful restaurant. You need to eat, he said simply. Tracy nodded, speechless. As they sat down, she watched him. The way he ordered for her, like he knew exactly what she liked. The way he made sure she had enough water. The way he looked at her, not like someone who wanted her, but like someone who needed her. And suddenly, she knew. Marvy was her past. Damien was her future. They drove home in comfortable silence. Tracy wanted to thank him, to apologize for meeting Marvy, but before she could say anything, Damien pulled her close and pressed a sweet, lingering kiss on her lips. No words, just emotions. The kiss deepened, slow and passionate. When he pulled back, he whispered, You don't have to say anything. I just want you to be happy. Tracy's heart melted. Inside, Damien led her straight to the bathroom. Let me take care of you, he murmured. Tracy let out a shaky breath. His hands moved gently, washing her, oiling her skin just like before. But this time it felt different, stronger, more intimate. When he was done, he helped her dress and turned to leave the room. But Tracy wasn't ready to let him go. She grabbed his hand and pulled him back. Their eyes met, and then she kissed him. Not a soft, hesitant kiss, a deep, burning kiss. And as she kissed him, her hands moved, unbuttoning his shirt, sliding it off his shoulders. Damien froze for a second, as if asking for permission. Tracy answered with another kiss, and just like that, the world disappeared. That night, they made love, slow, sweet, and filled with emotions neither of them could deny anymore. When it was over, Tracy lay in Damien's arms, listening to his heartbeat. I'm never going back to Marvy, she whispered. Damien kissed her forehead. I know, she smiled, curling into his warmth, and for the first time in a long time, she felt completely at peace, as if she had finally found where she belonged, as if she had finally found home. The next morning, Tracy couldn't wait to tell Sonia everything. She grabbed her phone and called her. Babe, guess what? Tracy's voice was filled with excitement. What happened? You sound like someone who just won the lottery. Tracy giggled. I think I did. Damien and we made love last night. What? Sonia screamed so loud that Tracy had to pull the phone away from her ear. Are you serious? How was it? Tell me everything. Tracy smiled shyly, biting her lips. Sonia, it was magical. I don't even know how to explain it. It wasn't just sex. It was love, pure love. I feel like I belong to him and he belongs to me. Wow, Sonia sighed dreamily. And to think that some days ago, you were still crying over that fool Marvy. See your life now. Tracy laughed. I don't even know why I wasted my time thinking about him. Damien is everything I ever wanted in a man. He loves me, respects me, and treats me like a queen. I don't want to be with anyone else but him. Ah, babe, I'm so happy for you. Damien is a good man. Hold him tight and never look back. I will, Tracy whispered, her heart full. Days turned into weeks. Tracy and Damien became inseparable. Their love was deep, passionate, and strong. Damien was so proud of her. He showed her off at every chance he got. At work, at parties, at events, everyone knew that Tracy was his queen. And Tracy, she was crazy about him. They never got over each other. Their lovemaking was always sweet, always intense, always filled with fire. No matter how many times they were together, it always felt new. They laughed together. They ate together. They went on romantic dates, took long drives, and enjoyed every moment of their love. Tracy had never been this happy in her life. And then Damien proposed. It wasn't just any proposal. It was grand. Damien planned everything perfectly. A candlelit dinner at a five-star restaurant, a live band playing their favorite song, and a diamond ring that sparkled like the stars. As soon as he got down on one knee, the whole restaurant went silent. Tracy, his voice was deep with emotion. You changed my life in ways I never imagined. You showed me what true love is. I don't want to spend another day without you. Will you marry me? Tears filled Tracy's eyes. Her heart felt like it would explode. Yes, yes, Damien, I will marry you. The restaurant erupted in cheers. News of the proposal spread like wildfire. Everyone was talking about it. And then Marvy heard. Marvy refused to accept it. This can't be happening. His mind refused to believe that Tracy was truly gone, that she was about to become another man's wife. He drove straight to her house. When he knocked, Tracy refused to open the door. Tracy, please, let me in, Marvy pleaded, but she didn't answer. Just let me see you, please. Still, she refused. Tracy was done with him. She didn't want to see him. She didn't want to hear his voice. She just wanted to be around Damien and no one else. Marvy clenched his fists. He wasn't going to let this go. If he couldn't have Tracy, no one else would. One bright Saturday morning, Damien took Tracy on a trip. Where are we going? She asked, curious. Damien only smiled. You'll see. He held her hand as he drove, his eyes full of love. After almost an hour on the road, they pulled up in front of a grand mansion. Tracy's jaw dropped. The house wasn't just big, it was like a palace. Tall golden gates, a long driveway lined with beautiful trees, and a mansion that looked like something out of a fairy tale. Damien, where are we? She whispered. Damien chuckled. Home. Her eyes widened. You mean, this is your house? Not just mine. My parents live here too. Tracy was in shock. She had known Damien was comfortable, but she never imagined he came from this kind of wealth. Before she could say another word, the gates opened and they drove in. As soon as they stepped inside, Damien's parents came to welcome them. His mother, a beautiful, elegant woman, hugged Tracy warmly. "So you're the lady who has stolen my son's heart?" she said with a smile. Tracy blushed. "It's nice to meet you, ma'am." His father, a tall, strong-looking man, shook her hand firmly. "Welcome, my dear. Damien has told us so much about you." They led her inside, and Tracy's head spun as she took in the grand chandeliers, marble floors, and luxurious furniture. She couldn't believe it. Damien, the man she had fallen in love with, was the son of the wealthiest man in their community. As soon as they were alone, she turned to Damien, her eyes still filled with shock. "Why didn't you tell me?" she asked. "Tell you what?" he teased. "That you're rich, that your father is the wealthiest man in town? I had no idea." Damien took her hands and looked deep into her eyes. "Because it didn't matter," he said softly. "I wanted you to love me for who I am, not for what I have." Tracy felt her heart melt. "Oh, Damien," she whispered. She realized in that moment that she truly loved him, not for his money, not for his family's name, but for him. She wrapped her arms around him and hugged him tight. "I love you for you," she said. "Nothing will change that." Damien smiled. "And I love you earnestly, Tracy, more than you'll ever know." But as they enjoyed their time together, something dark was brewing. Marvy wasn't done yet. He had a plan, and this time he was going to make sure Damien and Tracy never got married. That evening, Tracy and Damien sat outside by the pool, watching the sunset. Damien held her hand, rubbing his thumb gently over her fingers. "Are you happy?" he asked, his voice soft. Tracy smiled. "I've never been happier." But just as she said that, her phone buzzed. She picked it up and froze. It was a message from Marvy. "Meet me at the old park. It's urgent. If you don't come, you'll regret it." Her heart started pounding. Damien noticed her expression change. "What's wrong?" Tracy hesitated, then showed him the message. Damien's face darkened. His grip on her hand tightened. "Ignore it." "But what if it's something serious?" Tracy asked. "Tracy," Damien said firmly, "Marvy is playing games. He's trying to drag you back into his life. Don't fall for it." Tracy swallowed hard. "Maybe I should just see what he wants. One last time." Damien's jaw clenched. He didn't like this, but he could see that Tracy wouldn't rest until she got closure. "Fine," he said, "but I'm coming with you." That night, they drove to the old park. It was dark and empty, except for a single figure standing under the streetlight. Marvy. When he saw Tracy, a bitter smile crossed his face, but when he noticed Damien beside her, his smile disappeared. "So now you need your new boyfriend to protect you?" Marvy sneered. "What do you want, Marvy?" Tracy asked, crossing her arms. Marvy stepped closer. "Tracy, I need you to listen to me. I made a mistake. I know I hurt you, but I swear I've changed. I can't let you marry him." Damien scoffed. "She's not yours to control." Marvy ignored him. His eyes stayed on Tracy. "Do you really love him?" he asked desperately. Tracy didn't hesitate. "Yes, I do." Marvy's face twisted in anger. "You can't do this to me," he hissed. "I was your first love. You can't just throw me away like trash." "I didn't throw you away, Marvy. You lost me the moment you treated me like I didn't matter." Marvy's hands clenched into fists. His body was shaking with rage. "I won't let you go so easily, Tracy. If I can't have you, then no one will." Before anyone could react, he pulled something from his pocket. A knife. Tracy gasped. Damien immediately stepped in front of her. "Are you crazy?" he shouted. Marvy's eyes were wild. "I'd rather die than watch you marry him." He lunged forward. Damien reacted fast. He grabbed Marvy's wrist and twisted it hard. The knife fell to the ground. Marvy screamed in pain, but Damien didn't stop. He shoved him back, making him stumble. "Stay away from her," Damien growled. Marvy looked up, breathing heavily. His eyes were full of hate. "This isn't over," he spat. Then he turned and ran into the darkness. Tracy was shaking. Damien pulled her into his arms. "It's okay, baby. I got you." She buried her face in his chest, trying to calm her racing heart. "I can't believe he did that," she whispered. "He's dangerous," Damien said, "and I won't let him hurt you again." Tracy looked up at him, tears in her eyes. "I just want to be with you, Damien. I don't want anything to come between us." Damien cupped her face. "Nothing will, my love. I promise you, I will protect you, always." He kissed her deeply, sealing his promise. But they both knew Marvy wasn't done. He would be back, and next time he wouldn't fail. Marvy was desperate. After his failed attempt at the park, he knew one thing. He had to get rid of Damien. If Damien was out of the way, Tracy would come back to him. So, late at night, he met with a group of dangerous men in a hidden corner of town. "I need you to take care of someone for me," he said, sliding a photo of Damien across the table. The men picked up the picture. Their eyes widened. Then their leader looked at Marvy with disgust. "Are you out of your mind?" he snapped. Marvy frowned. "What do you mean?" "You want us to kill Damien?" One of them scoffed. "Do you even know who he is?" "Yes, and that's why I need him gone." The leader shook his head. "We would rather kill you than hurt this man." Marvy's blood ran cold. "What?" "Damien's family has done more for this community than anyone else," another man growled. "Because of them, we have clean water. We have electricity. They build schools. They help the poor. And you think we'd kill a man like that? For you?" Marvy swallowed hard. "I'll pay you. Get lost before we change our minds and deal with you instead." The leader warned. Marvy grabbed the photo and stormed off, his face burning with humiliation. But he didn't give up. He found another group, more ruthless, more feared. He gave them Damien's picture and named his price. But the moment they saw who it was, they reacted the same way. Damien, the son of Chief Williams? The man who helped build the hospital in our village? Never. Marvy was stunned. Everywhere he turned, no one would touch Damien. No matter how much money he offered, people refused. Why? Because Damien was a good man, a man respected, loved, and honored, and Marvy was nothing but a bitter, selfish fool. Realizing he had lost, Marvy gave up. He disappeared from town, never to be seen again. And Tracy, she and Damien finally had their peace. Their wedding was the most beautiful event the town had ever seen. Tracy wore a stunning white gown, walking down the aisle with happy tears in her eyes. Damien stood at the altar, his heart bursting with love as he watched his bride approach. "I love you, Tracy," he whispered as he took her hands. "I love you too, Damien," she said, smiling through her tears. They exchanged their vows, sealing their love forever. And when the priest declared them husband and wife, Damien pulled her close and kissed her deeply as the whole town cheered. From that day on, Tracy and Damien lived a life full of love, happiness, and peace. No more Marvy, no more pain, just the beautiful love story of two souls who were meant to be. And they lived happily ever after.